Ah yes, another Paradox game. Welcome to EU5. This is another funny map game produced by Paradox, and like the other Paradox games, this one also takes a rat's lifetime to master. And I mean, look at this, you can play anywhere. Now I still have many rat lifetimes ahead of me, but I chose not to use them on EU4, so I am a noob. I am a new player to this game, but technically all players are new to this game. I mean, it just released. Unless you want to mention the YouTuber that has 1,000 hours already. We have to choose a country, and there are so many choices. But I come from a certain region in Europe. I mean, you can guess what region I'm from in the comments down below, and I'll guarantee you're gonna get it wrong. But to play my region, we actually have to go into the game rules, and we actually have to change country change to country change allowed. And then, as much as it pains my heart, I have to choose Sweden. And we will not play as Sweden, we will select them though. And once we do get in, we are gonna go into the diplomacy section. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I searched for this for like 30 minutes until I found it, because there are so many options here, there are so many bars. I mean, if you look at our rulers, it comes with this, and then you go on Norway, it comes with this, and then you go on something else. It's pretty much an infinite of menus and words and numbers. But we will go on to diplomacy, we're gonna create a subject, and you can create pretty much any subject you want from the regions you have. But we're gonna do a historical subject, we're gonna do the Jarldom of Finland. That is right, I come from Finland. And we're gonna make Finland our vassal, but not really. Now, this is a very small vassal, it's only like one county. But we are gonna give them all the Finnish lands that we hold. And there we go, that looks like a beautiful nation. The only problem remaining is we have to cancel their vassal status. We have to make them independent. This is gonna make our life so much harder. But I'm not one to back down from a challenge, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. So now that the country of Finland exists, or I guess the Jarldom of Finland, we're gonna go onto the world map, we're gonna select Finland, and we will press play as Finland. And we play as Jarl Håkan Brat. This guy is Swedish, which very unfortunate. Now we have just made the game 10 times harder for us. I mean, we have 300 levies, and the country we just left, Sweden, has 6,000, even without Finland. And historically, the Swedish armies were like 1/3 Finnish, so yeah, maybe their number goes down, who knows. But after all this, there's one thing still remaining. I am very bad at this game. Like I said, I've spent 0 rat lifetimes on this game. So essentially, I have no idea what I'm doing. However, the Paradox gods have decided to finally add something useful to the game. We have a tab over here called Automation, which pretty much lets you automate almost everything in your kingdom. Now, if you would toggle all of these on, you essentially wouldn't have to do anything. The AI would be playing for you. But of course, we want to lead our own country, and we are going to turn it into my dream empire. And to do this, of course, we're not going to let the AI do everything. What I will let it do is pretty much build all of the buildings and do the trading for us. And I'll probably also put on replace admirals and generals, because, well, I saw a few YouTubers do it and they probably know more what to do in this game than I do. So let's take their advice. And we definitely have a very long way to go to get some glory, to become an empire. The question is, can I actually form a Kingdom of Finland? Now, if we go over here, we have this tab called Form New Country. And it seems we don't. We cannot form the Kingdom of Finland. Paradox, this is a big L. You need to add this. What we can do, however, is form the Scandinavian Empire. And to do this, we obviously have to take out Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. And that's not gonna be easy. So you would be thinking our first expansion would be to the north, because there is a lot of uncivilized and free land up there. But it isn't. You see, if we want to create a colonial charter, it would not just take gold, which we could maybe pull off, but we cannot do this because the Swedish and the Novgorod kingdom, the Principality of Novgorod, have signed a deal that this all belongs to Sweden, even though we are independent. Now, Maybe Paradox could fix this, you know, we don't care about Sweden, maybe it will trigger some kind of war or something. But I think the developers had a few different things in mind before they concentrated on Finland. But now to become a European or a global superpower, we need to build up money, we need to build up an army, we need to develop our lands. And that's probably gonna be the first part of this video. Interesting, it seems Finland has multiple cultures. We have Swedish, Tavestian, Finnish, which is a Finnic Scandinavian, Karelian, Quen. Okay, so we have 42 Tavestian and only 19% Finnish. Now, what culture do we want to be? We don't want to be Swedish, even though there's 25% here. So I think I will tolerate Finnish. I don't think I can convert to them, can I? I can accept them. Okay, that is good. Yeah, let's accept them. Okay, what is this? Over cultural capacity limits. We don't really care, do we? We accept the Finnish. Maybe we can convert to them at some points. Oh no, we're gonna have to marry a peasant. Poor Jarl Håkon. Nobody wants to marry him. Oh. He has 88, what is this, administration, I believe? I mean, don't give him command of any armies, but and administration 88, I don't mind that. But we have to marry a lowborn. This gives us -10 legitimacy and -20 prestige, but I think that will be fine in the long term. Now, I do like the AI handling my economy, but I think there are certain things which I would rather prefer to be different. For example, we are making -gold, which obviously isn't great. We are spending the max in the cost of court, which gives us plus 1.26. And I guess we could just put it to like... I feel like plus 0.5 is fine, because we do have 80, which I believe is quite enough. And I do think we can put down diplomatic spending as well, because I feel these ones aren't that important. I mean, we get loyalty of subjects, but we don't have any subjects. Unless it means our people, which I don't think it does. But other than that, I think we can keep all of these others automated. And I feel minting, we want that to be quite low. I think inflation is very bad for us. At least I think it is. Other than that, stability, I mean 0.25 is a round number, I guess. So I'd rather have that. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Now, don't take this as a guide, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing what feels right. Oh my god. It seems Jarl Håkon is a busy man. He has gotten a son. Now what will we call him? I feel like that is a perfect name. Oh no. The burger stand is on the brink of bankruptcy and I have to choose. Very important. -15 gold and they will be satisfied. Or I let the burger stand go bankrupt and all the people won't get burgers anymore. Oh no. I have to choose burgers or no burgers. No burgers. I'm very poor. I'm gonna go bankrupt myself if I save the burger stand. And the people are already unhappy. Oh no, they're gonna be angry. No, not the burger stand. We've lost them. Oh, another heir. Okay, we have lost the burger stand. So I will rename him after the Great Burger Stand. Perhaps this will calm them down. Perhaps they will not rebel against us because we have named our son after the great thing that we have lost. Decisions are getting hard. Now we can choose between the Burgerståndet or the Edelståndet. I guess we owe them to the burgers, so let's grant them burger land rights. I'm sure maybe that will make him happier. At least I hope so. There are some rebel movements going on, which isn't exactly great, but let's hope they don't declare war on us. Now we have a choice between stability, legitimacy, and money. Now we do have legitimacy quite a bit, almost at max, I believe. Stability, 45, ooh, 7 would be a big number, wouldn't it? But then again, we are poor. We need all the money we can get. Oh no, our bold man is gonna die. We could save him for stability. This will give us -10 prestige. I mean, we don't really have prestige. So, you know what? I will risk the stability. We'll make it back with time. But yeah, I guess we did just save our cabinet member's life, so that is pretty cool. Yes, I've been hoping for this. Okay, Swedish nobles are rebelling against the throne of Sweden. That is very good to see. This will probably weaken them quite a bit. Wait, why am I being informed about this? So, the Aizu clan, which I believe is all the way in Japan, is building a spy network in Lee, which, where is this? Is this also in Japan? I think it is. Why am I being informed about this when I'm on the other side of the world? I'm not sure I would know about this, and I also don't think I would care. So, I'm not sure, probably a bug. Okay, I did notice with the automation, our cabinet member was converting the Finnish population into Swedish, which is an absolute nightmare. So now we are turning these people in the county of Nyland into Finnish because for some reason we cannot do it in our capital. But I do think we can convert culture later on if we do get Finnish to a high enough. Yeah, we can get it to a dominant culture, or we can get them to an upper class culture, so then we could convert to them. But the automations aren't always a good thing, so we have just lost about 6% of our Finnish culture. That is horrible. Oh no, the rats are here. The Black Death is not doing any favors for us. Our stability has tanked and our population is gonna go down quite a bit. Oh no, Burger Stand has fallen ill. We can attempt to save him. It will cost 8 gold, which sure, let's try it. And he died. No, not Burger Stand. He died at 12. Who's our son? I think it's Bomboglad, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. He wasn't our heir anyways. I don't think he was. Yeah, but Bomboglad was a bit older. Ooh, it actually seems we can get a marriage with Sweden, with Catherine of Bielbo. Now, does this work the same as in CK3? Do we get an alliance with them as well? We do get a bunch of prestige. That's pretty cool. Oh, they have started to eat up the north. That might be a problem later on, but I don't think we got an alliance with them, so this works a bit differently than in CK3. It seems Sweden is also offering us an alliance. That is probably because we did the royal marriage with them. And I will definitely accept this because I do believe they also have a casus belli on us. Am I right? Yeah, they do have a casus belli on us. So I will accept this. Now, what is this? Sweden is asking us to become a vassal. No, I'm not becoming your vassal, Sweden. Just because we're allies and we have a royal marriage doesn't mean I'm gonna become your vassal. Go away. Oh, we are being attacked by Novgorod. Okay. Well, at least we have Sweden as our ally. Now I have found this magic button that lets us take a bunch of loans. So we now have 339 gold. And we're gonna use that gold to hire some mercenaries. And hope that these mercenaries and Sweden is gonna be enough to beat them. Wait. Why is Sweden not in the war? And why does Kiev have so many soldiers? This might be a problem. Why isn't Sweden in the war? Now, for some reason, Sweden refuses to join, but we are in a battle. Even though we are outnumbered, we have 1, which is nice. We gain 4% war score. I'm gonna siege a few holdings. I think I will attack their smaller armies. And as soon as I see a bigger army, then I'm gonna sue for peace, if I can. But let's hope I can, okay? There's 150 over here. I'm gonna go attack them before they siege anything. And I have hired mercenaries. We have 600 of them. So these are gonna help out quite a bit. And yeah, I'm just gonna beat these smaller armies and then siege a few holdings and see how many percent we get from it. Okay, now it is actually going surprisingly well. We have sieged down a few counties down here. And we have won quite a few battles. We have 23%. But they do have a bunch of allies, which I'm kind of scared of. I mean, Kiev and these other allies, whoever they are quite far away. But they do have a lot of men. Like Kiev, they have over 1,000 men. I don't know why their size has gone down. I'm pretty sure they had like 3,000. Maybe they're fighting another war. But yeah, we are actually doing pretty good. And like these guys, we are beating them. Now, I think these guys actually have less men than us, which is quite interesting. But I think with a few more sieges, we could go for a white peace. And as soon as I see a bigger army, I will definitely try and sign for peace. So our mercenaries have been disbanded, our contract ended with them, so we are left with 94 men to fight for our great country. And there is 160 over here. Now, I'm not sure where the other allies of this guy is. I'm not sure if they're fighting another war or something, but they're just not to be seen anywhere. But I do have 34%, which I'm quite happy with. And after this siege, we have 35. Now, can we sign for peace? We can sign a white peace. I could also... Can I ask money off of them? I actually could for about 30. Could I take a province? Probably not. Ooh, we could. We could take a province. Are these really worth it? I don't think they are. Maybe we just go for the money because we are in crippling debt. So I think I will try and go for 27. And then we'll... Is this a battle we could win? Our side might lose. Okay, yeah. So let's sign for peace. They will accept this one. They will give us a bit of gold. And now we are safe. We have beaten the Novgorod Lord Republic of Velizhy Novgorod. They did seem to have powerful allies, but I'm not sure why they didn't join. They don't seem to be fighting another war. Maybe they just thought it's not worth it marching all the way north. I'm not sure. Oh no. I think we're in trouble. We have almost 500 gold in debt. Oh god, that is really, really bad. Perfect. We are bankrupt. I was just about to look. We had like 600 in debt. Oh no. So we lose 90% in crown power. And we get a whole bunch of negative modifiers. That is absolutely horrible. But maybe, just maybe we can actually rebound from this. Wait, what? We now have a claimed throne casus belli on Norway. I feel like there is one extra half in there, but that is fine. What does this mean? Okay, so we have gained a casus belli on both Sweden and Norway, or was that Denmark? I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, this is right. So, for some reason, we have gained a casus belli against both Sweden and Norway. Okay, so what does this say? Finland has a casus belli in Sweden. This will allow Finland to declare war without suffering a stability hit. They have the following casus belli: claim throne until May 1387. Oh, that's only 5 years. Oh, that is horrible. Now, I would love to declare war on the Swedish, but we don't have an army and we are not ready. We're just about to kind of start our golden age. So, we're not ready just yet. Maybe in like 50 years, we'll actually have an army, but we're not ready yet. But hopefully we can get the same casus belli later on. Okay, so I think I figured out why we have gotten those claims. So, the current king's sister is actually our wife. So I think that is why we have a casus belli on them. So maybe if I later on marry into the royal family, then we'll also get the same casus belli. So I just gotta keep that in mind. Okay, now all is well in Finland, but I have noticed that Novgorod is very weak right now. They are fighting 3 wars. I am just gonna declare war on them and take all their land. It seems we can actually call Sweden into the war, so you know what? Let's do it. Your Highness, Sweden have honored our treaties and joined our invincible armies in the war versus Novgorod and all of their little allies. Okay, that is great. That definitely gives us a much better chance. It seems we can actually beat an army that is twice our size. That is pretty amazing. This is one of their tiny allies, Ryatsan. They actually should be stronger than us. But it seems we can beat them, even though we're only losing levies. So I don't really understand how this combat works in this game. I know you have morale, and it really is just how good your men are, what kind of quality you have. But other than that, I have no idea. Okay, we have actually done quite well here. We've sieged down this castle and these provinces. And Sweden is actually sieging down this castle as well. But they are being attacked and they're probably gonna lose that. Now I did disband my men a bit earlier. And I'm not sure what the Swedish are doing down here, but they are doing very well. Now I can sign a peace. Is it worth signing? That is the question. Should we continue? Or should we sign a peace? I think we should sign a peace and take what we can. Because we can actually take quite a bit of land. I mean, we can take these lands at least, and maybe even up here. I know it looks weird, but that is what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna block their access to the northern parts over here. And I think that is enough. We could take these parts as well. Sure, let's do that. And is it worth taking these? Maybe. Is that a city? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna take those parts and then I'll take a bit of their money as well. And that is what we'll get. 84 gold and a bunch of land. That is pretty cool. And they will accept. There we go. And look at us now. We are beautiful. Oh. Oh, I didn't know Sweden would take those. Okay. That is bad. I thought we would get those. Okay. But we have just grown quite a bit. We have gotten a castle down here. And I think that will push our trade power quite a bit and give us a much bigger population as well. Okay, now I think this was a very good move from blocking the Russians up here because we can actually now colonize these areas. So this is very cool. Now we have a very small population, but we could push people from the newly gained lands. I'm not sure what is the best to do, but I will definitely start creating colonies up here and try and get as much land as possible. Now we have started our first colony, but it is starting to be a little bit expensive. We're only making 0.7 gold a month. The Swedish have called us into war. They're fighting another civil war with some Swedish nobles. But I think I will leave it here. I've been playing for like 4, maybe even 5 hours. This is the second day I'm playing. The game is quite slow. Even when I have changed my settings to low, they were high at the start. Now I have put them on low and the game is still quite slow, as you can tell. It is slower than in CK3. It is actually quite surprising because usually you play a game like this for 500 years or something like that. But I think as Finland, it is very hard to play. It is very hard to advance, of course, surprisingly. But I actually did enjoy this. I did also enjoy beating the Russians down here and the defensive war at the start. So we have beaten Russia twice. And we actually never got to fight our main enemy, Sweden. Well, they're not our main enemy. But actually, the exact opposite has happened, what I wanted to happen. Our capital down here, the culture of our capital, is 100% Swedish. And that is quite funny because I tried to convert to Finnish, but now I have adopted the Tavastian culture. So if I go to my society and my people, look at my cultures, I have now adopted Tavastian as our main culture, which is a Finnic culture. And they are 33% of the population of our nation. I would actually like to continue this, but I don't know what the next steps are. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments what I should do. Maybe there are some kind of ways to play tall or kind of develop and take the next steps. I don't really understand the armies. I don't understand what buildings I should be building. That is why the AI is building most of them. But let me know what I should do. And if you guys want to see a part 2, I mean, it would be fun to claim all of Scandinavia as Finland, but I don't think Finland is the best nation to start as, and maybe next time I will be playing another nation, unless you guys want me to continue this. So let me know down in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.